weeks ago today, when that explosion at Watson Grinding and Manufacturing struck fear in those Northwest Houston neighborhoods. Now tonight, we are learning that there may be a third death linked to the blast, a man named Gilberto Mendoza Cruz. That is in addition to 2 workers killed that day.
This third death, Cruz was in his home at the time of the explosion. Channel 2's Robert Arnold is live in the neighborhood, still recovering 2 weeks later. Robert.
Even though Gilberto Cruz's death comes 12 days after the explosion, his attorney does believe it was connected. Now, Cruz was in his home with his wife and his 2 children. They were asleep when that explosion hit their house.
Relatively healthy, not having any issues.
Houston attorney Chance McMillan is talking about Gilberto Cruz.
He was working, living his life.
The family's home in the West Branch neighborhood is close to Watson Grinding and Manufacturing and is only one of hundreds damaged by the January 24th explosion.
These people were so close. I mean, they didn't know what was going on. You know, I think something to the effect that they thought the house was struck by lightning.
McMillan says falling debris woke the family, who suffered some superficial injuries along with back and neck injuries. Cruz went to the hospital that day but was released. A few days later, McMillan says Cruz's blood pressure suddenly spiked and he went back into the hospital. After being released a second time,
ends up getting out of the hospital and collapses in the hotel that his family was having to stay at because they couldn't go back to their house.
Cruz died on February 5th. McMillan says Cruz appeared to be in good health prior to the explosion.
There's just no reason for him to have had this happen when we look at the condition he was in on January 23rd.
It will be up to the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office to determine Cruz's exact cause of death. We did check with the ME's office, and that ruling has not yet come down. Once it does, we will update you. Reporting live from Northwest Houston, Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Robert.